The movie revolves around a group of friends in the small town of Lillian, Ohio, during the late 1970s. The group of friends, creating a zombie flick for an upcoming film festival, as we see in this clip, discover themselves in the midst of a potential government conspiracy.
On face value, this film seems like a classic monster flick. However, the monster proves to be more misunderstood than anything. Director J.J. Abrams pulls many philosophical and psychological concepts to pervert the sheltered small town in the face of this scary monster. During this podcast, we will analyze how J.J. Abrams utilizes Lacanian philosophy to show the stark juxtaposition between the symbolic and the real. Lacan has two main concepts that we will be focusing on during our analysis of the movie. First is the real. This concept marks the state of nature from which we have been forever severed by our entrance into language. Now, language is a representative of the symbolic. The symbolic is all of the societal rules that keep us in check to be true citizens of society.
Throughout the film, the group of kids and the townspeople are exposed to the real in different levels. The exposition of the movie rests safely in the symbolic, as friend dynamics within the group get established. However, rather quickly, the real breaks into the movie, with the group of kids as the only witness. We see a bit of Lacanian irony, as two layers of symbolic are broken at once: the movie they're filming and their expectations for the night.
This scene marks the breakdown of the symbolic as we see dogs start to run through the street. This is something that does not fit someone's societal expectations. We will see this continue throughout the scene as the monster makes its first appearance. As the two expendable actors check out these anomalies, it becomes very clear that they're not going to last too long. The sheriff and the poor gas station attendant is in for a fight, it seems, but we never see exactly what they're fighting.
Sheriff? Sheriff?
J.J. Abrams makes a very intentional choice here to keep the real covered from view, as he is not ready to fully immerse it into the film. We see this gas station attendant running, we don't see what he's running from, and at the very end, as it becomes apparent that he's probably dead, it is conveniently covered by the gas station sign.
After the train crash, which happened to be an Air Force train, the military shows up to the town in huge numbers. They say that they are conducting business as usual as they clean up the wreckage, but as we saw from the last scene, things definitely aren't kosher. Throughout the film, the group of kids gathers information on the military's secretive walking distance mission. The military identifies them as a liability to their presence. After snooping too much, they are captured by the military and put into a prison escort. As the monster attacks the prison escort, it is finally validated that the military is there in response to the monster. At this point, we also get a glimpse of the monster, finally putting to rest all of the excuses the military was trying to use to cover up the reality of the situation. The kids are now fully thrust into the real, as they get attacked directly. Instead of observing, they are now forced to participate. This scene marks the ultimate break from the symbolic for the kids. It is apparent that this real event will change their lives for good.
This validation of reality continues in town when all hell breaks loose, as a full military battalion begins firing randomly throughout the kids' neighborhood. Now, just to be clear, this random firing of their weapons is due to some type of alien magic that the monster possesses. The military thought they knew exactly what they were doing to handle this situation. However, it seems to show that no matter what they were prepared for symbolically, this real-life situation could have never been expected. At this point in the film, there is no choice but to face the reality of the situation. However, the only people equipped to handle this conflict is the group of kids, and Joe Lamb specifically, the main kid.
Joe Lamb faces the monster head-on to save the love of his life, but also because he realizes that he has no other choice. In being the most comprehensive witness to this conflict, he has assumed all responsibility for its conclusion. At this point, Joe Lamb is not burdened with the thought of life or death. He only knows what he must do in the face of the real. But if his only motive is to save his middle school girlfriend, then it proves that love transcends the symbolic and allows us to truly connect with the real.
I know bad things happen. Bad things happen. But you can still live. You can still live. Okay, wait a minute. What?
The movie ends with the alien building his ship and departing the Earth, which is really what he wanted all along. Joe Lamb's brush with the real helped him let go of his most symbolic attachment, the locket he had from his late mother. In releasing the locket, he recognizes her memory as transcendent from material items, which is what the real truly is, transcendent from the symbolic.
It's been a Charles Kasnick production. We had such a fun time filming this movie, The Case. So much fun that I hope you pick it for the Cleveland International Super 8 Film Festival. God!